The life of a flight attendant is never dull, and joining us back on the jet set is flight attendant and aviation expert Stephanie Caples to share some of her insider knowledge. Stephanie, welcome back to the show.
Thanks for having me.
I'm very happy to see you. Okay, so for anyone who missed you on the first round, tell us about how you first started to become a flight attendant.
I've spent an entire life of doing acts of service for people, and I have the love of travel, and you put them together, and that's just a perfect match for me.
Okay, so you see the world literally at one layover at a time, and being a flight attendant lets you travel all over the place. So what are some of the things that you take away from all the different stops that you've been?
When you go, get out and get the local flavor. Talk to the locals there. Ask them where they go to eat. What do they do for fun? What do they want to see? Use that as your guide for what you're going to see in the travel. Get out and see the museums. Check out the architecture. Find out why somebody lives there and what they love about it so you can love it too.
It's good to kind of just use maybe a travel book, but also kind of just go and explore, right?
Yes. Do not be afraid to get out there on your own and check it out. So.
What are some of your favorite places that you...
Oh my gosh. And it's kind of an odd thing. I actually adore Phoenix, Arizona, just because I love the hiking, the walk, the city. The people are very, very warm. If you go international, of course, you got to love Paris, city of love. You have to love that. But there's always something that you can find in every area that you're sent to. There's something that a likability factor that you can have.
Okay, so in this kind of political atmosphere, there's talk about travel bans. So what would you say to someone who is kind of maybe planning on going on a trip, but they're maybe a little hesitant because, you know, one day there's a travel ban and the next day it's not, or, you know, there's just kind of, it's in the news a lot. What would you say to someone who's maybe hesitant about traveling because of this?
One, because it is so fluid right now and it can change rather quickly right now. Make sure that all of your documentation is in order. Your legal documents, your driver's license, your passport, your visas, anything that you need for wherever you're traveling to. Make sure that your dates are correct, it's not expired or it's not about to expire during your trip. Stay up to date by watching the news or perhaps reading on the travel websites exactly what are the latest travel bans.
Because it does change all the time.
It sure does.
Yeah.
And you may need to print out some documents to carry with you. And please realize, have patience, extra time to clear customs. As much as it's changing for you traveling, it's changing for them who have to enforce it as well. So give some patience and extra time in between your connections to make sure that they can clear you properly and you can still have a great time.
Being prepared, being courteous, being aware of your fellow traveler, and kind of giving also yourself some extra time also just to make sure everyone has a safe and easy travel.
Absolutely. Know your rights as well.
Exactly.
Yes.
So let's kind of get into kind of the secrets. I've heard that sometimes when you fly, there could be a deceased person on the plane. I didn't know because you guys are always so professional. So is that true?
We are not licensed medical professionals, so absolutely we can never declare somebody deceased on a plane. However, we will try to make your ride as comfortable as possible if there seems to be someone not so spirited and lively sitting next to you.
But it does happen, but you guys are always so good at
We know it's a hard circumstance for all, but we will do anything and everything in our power to ease that situation the most that we can.
Okay, I actually get this a lot. The water on the plane, I would personally never drink it, but people actually ask me if it's okay to. So what would you say to someone?
I highly recommend the bottled water.
Yes!
I do. I personally don't know the schedule of when the water lines are changed out, and I prefer to know exactly when they've been changed. But I like to drink bottled water, and so I just recommend that most stick with that.
Where are you off to next?
Hopefully, I'm actually on call this month, so it's going to be a surprise. I'm hoping for an international destination or something warm. I'm over the snow.
Come visit me in Miami.
I will come down to Miami. I love Miami.
Thank you so much for being here. It's always just a pleasure to have you here and having you get us safely in the sky. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Stay connected to the Jet Set from wherever you are in the world. Download the Jet Set app today and fly with us via social media. You may even land on the show.